I don't hear you, Joe.
Yes, there we are.
All
Los
right.
Angeles Real Estate Reality Live Stream. Here we are. All right. Happy Monday, everyone. We've got a new feature here. Darren, welcome to Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, today, first off, thanks for joining us again. We've been doing this for a couple weeks. We're getting better and better at it. And, if you missed us last week, please go to our website, urbanhillsides.com, and you'll get our last week's stream about 5 agent claims agents make when they're trying to get a listing. So very informative, kind of wades through the fact and the fiction, and hopefully makes you pause and ask more questions. I think that was the end of all that, is just make sure to ask a lot of questions, guys. All right? So, we've had some good activity, Darren. We've got some escrows closing very soon, and excitement on that one. We'll share those more with you later. And before I get too far into it, let me do the disclaimer, right? So Darren Hubert and Joe Cloninger are real estate agents at Keller Williams Los Feliz under the Urban Hillsides brand. All opinions expressed by Urban Hillsides or guests on this video are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Keller Williams Los Feliz. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Urban Hillsides as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of Urban Hillsides Team's opinions. This video is for informational purposes only. So there you go. Buyer beware, seller beware. All right, well, let's jump into it. Guys, we're going to talk about the stimulus. Darren's done some research on it, and he's got some opinions on it. The stimulus bill, how that's going to affect real estate. Next, we're going to do some client questions. We've gotten some questions in, and we think it'll benefit everyone, so we'll talk about that. And then the new feature we're adding is solds. So solds from the last 7 days in Northeast L.A. We've, of course, been doing new listings, but let's see the other side, right, Darren? Let's see what these prices bring on the end of it all.
Yeah, it's important to see both.
Yeah. So there we go. So, Darren, I'm going to go ahead and share the doc you created with everyone, and we can follow along and talk about it. Just bear with me here. Right. And so what the 1.9 trillion stimulus bill means for real estate. So you want me to go through the numbers?
Sure. I think the one thing we wanted to point out is that we understand that real estate is not the most important thing, although it is. We all have to live in a space somehow, so this relates to all of us and our housing opportunities.
Right. Good note. So the numbers. So $21.5 billion in emergency rental assistance, $10 billion in mortgage payment assistance, $5 billion for emergency housing vouchers, $5 billion in homeless assistance and support services, $100 million for housing counseling, $100 million in emergency assistance for rural housing, and $20 million for fair housing organizations. So, wow, those are big numbers. That's all I can say for right now.
They are, and how to measure them all out and how the tentacles are going to disperse them. We're not getting into that. Just giving you an idea of the numbers.
Yep. So number 2, unemployment assistance continued.
Sure.
Darren?
Yeah, not a lot to say there. Obviously, people are doing okay if they're at home and they're unemployed. It's hard mentally, clearly, but for some, they're making an okay pay, maybe similar to what they were making in the workforce, and that will continue for a little while longer.
Right. Number 3, direct payments to individuals. So A, $1,400 to $5,600 if it's a family of 4.
Right. Now, I don't think it ends at a family of 4. I just laid it out so that you can see that's a good chunk of change. So it's a good amount of money.
B, the government wants individuals to spend the money, keep the economy going. Seriously, exclamation. Go ahead, Darren.
Right. And I felt the need to put this in there because I've had multiple conversations with people who are of the position that they really don't need this money. Maybe it can be better used somewhere else. And I love those kind of people that even think that way.
Sure.
We want it to get to where it needs to be and used properly to help people. But if you're getting it, you're getting it. I guess you could donate it. It's an option you could do if you don't feel right about receiving it. But I think the most important thing is to cycle it back into the economy somehow. That is by far the most important. And the biggest concern, and if you read investment blogs or anything else, they're talking about how people are going to take this and invest it, and that's not going to help the economy if it just goes into a bank account or a long-term investment.
Right.
I'm certainly not trying to tell people what to do with the money, but ultimately, to move the economy forward, the government wants it to get back into the economy and cycle.
Yeah, it's a team effort. It really is. Yeah, can't sit in a bank account. So C, this is a real estate show. So what we are discussing is real estate related ideas. 1, help prepare a property for sellers. Typical return on dollars spent is 5 to 1.
Right. So if you're in a position of selling and you're thinking about doing that, some of these stimulus funds could be put back into your property. And we just point out that our typical return for us, if you're doing home prep to get it ready for sale, is a 5 to 1 return. So you're putting it back into the economy by spending it on services and goods, but then you'll also benefit from that in the long run when you go to sell.
Right. Okay. And then B, buyers can do some repairs, new appliances, etc. And we had a great example for this.
Yeah, we're in escrow with clients that, like many buyers, they're at the top of their range using all their resources possible. And although they're very happy to be getting a place and have an acceptance, things are thin. So this really could have an impact for them.
Yeah. Great example there. Number 3, fix up your home if you're not buying or selling.
Right. And we just believe it's always a good investment to keep your home in good shape, do maintenance, repairs, improvements. Again, it's technically putting it back into the economy and creating a long-term benefit for you.
Nice. All right. And then number 4, $350 billion for state and local governments. Goal 1, get schools opened.
Yeah, for those that have kids, and I am one of those who, my son's 12, he's been home for a year, and that changes people's lives. I mean, I can say, fortunately, it works for us, and he's at an age where we can leave him alone for a little while. If you have younger kids, you have to be with them 100% of the time, and it changes the whole dynamic of the economy. So money to get schools opened safely and the preparation they need to do that will get the economy moving forward and as safe as possible.
Right. Okay. And then goal 2, fund vaccination infrastructure.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Each town, each city, each state has their own way they're doing it, but it costs money to get the shots out and get the infrastructure just to schedule the appointments and do everything else.
And then C, government services, planning approvals, building permits, and timely inspections are at risk of being curtailed or eliminated. Example, ADU approval has gone from 2 to 9 months. Right.
So, housing is a big part of the economy. It really is. Building, housing, remodeling, construction. It fuels a lot of industries. Right. So it's not just, people at the top who are the developers making the money. It keeps people employed. It pays people's insurance. It does a lot of things. So when government has slowed down because of the pandemic and housing departments and planning departments and permits have all been slowed tremendously. It's putting a lag on all of those jobs and all that money being put back into the economy. People are ready to build and employ people and move forward, but it's all slowed down because of COVID. So it's not just about getting the houses built so that developers can make money. It's really about the overall economy and moving it forward. Yeah. And we use the example of the ADU. That is a big attempt to help get more housing more quickly at more affordable prices. Right. And a lot of the structure has been established at the state level and filtered down to all local governments. But one of the components of that was that they were required to have an approval within 60 days for an ADU project. That is now up to, depending on who you speak to, but I've clearly heard, 9 months to get approval. And they're just, I hate to say it this way because I know it sounds discriminatory. They're just using that excuse. I think the city is inefficient at times. I think they should be working to find a way to be more efficient because it also helps bring money into the city. And they just haven't seemed to find a way. It's becoming even less efficient over time. So this will be helpful.
Sure. And, maybe we'll talk about this in an upcoming stream. But, in some attempt, the city has created designs, plans that have already been pre-approved, I believe, right, Darren, by the city.
So we had a client send that to us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's fantastic. I mean, they promote on that thing. It says so you have this pre-approved plan. You can move forward in like one day. Fine. Just pull it off the shelf, fill out the paper, and you're approved for an ADU. Right. But it's that one day could become 7 months is kind of my understanding. Even the pre-approved items are still just heavily delayed, but it's becoming even more efficient, and that can be an event all by itself. Yes.
Well, as you're saying, I mean, it solves part of the problem, not the whole problem, but at least it's a start. So that's
absolutely
good. So, all right, let's move on. Number 5, child tax credit up to $3,600, depending on age, also allows funds to be sent as payment.
Right. So this one, along with the $1,400 direct payment, have probably been getting the most press, that what most people have been focused on, because it's an individual direct component. So anyone with a child, it used to be there was a $2,000 tax credit for every dependent you had 18 years or younger. I think that could be extended if they were in college, or don't quote me on that. But they're increasing it to 36. And then the bill also includes an option. I'm guessing they're going to utilize that option, but to basically send $300 a month to those qualifying students. I think there is an age where it goes from 36 down to 3.
I see.
So I think it's elementary school ages, the full 36. And then when they get a little older, up to 18, then you get the lesser amount. But if they start sending people checks, I mean, now we're talking a little bit of UBI going on there. To quote Andrew Yang, universal basic income for anybody who has children. They're going to be getting a check every month from the government. Man.
Wow. The future is now again. All right. Number 6, $34 billion towards Obamacare to make insurance more affordable.
Look, I mean, I don't know what to say. This is one of those add-ons. I'm sure you can tie it to the overall system and the efficiency. And personally, I'm happy it's there. I like things to be efficient and effective. But there's been some hurdles to make Obamacare better and more accessible. And they utilize this opportunity to make that happen.
Right. And then number 7.
It's my favorite.
If you have a child at any time in 2021 or 2021, you will receive $1,400 credit for that child on your tax return. So if you've been thinking about it, better get it done
right now. Leave this event and go take care of it. They've got to be born by 12/31, man.
We've got 9 months, right?
Right. It's not even a full 9 months.
So there you go. You can think of your future
schedule
child.
An induced labor by the 31st, but it's not coming.
Oh boy, the technicalities.
I'm gonna go talk to my
All
wife.
right.
How much? Do you want another $1,400 this year?
Gosh. All right. So it says here previously funded, number 8, rental and landlord assistance under California SB-91, $1.5 billion federal funds.
Right. I felt it's relevant to review this just very quickly. This was previously funded, but it goes into effect. The applications are available. It said end of day today, so I just put by tomorrow. So this is a big deal. Now, this is very directly related to real estate for both tenants and landlords. It leans towards tenants. The majority of the legislation has been all about tenants.
Right.
So
of course,
it's nice that this relates to landlords. There are a lot of mom and pop landlords out there. So tenants can get up to $10,000 in past due rent that they haven't paid, but they do have to show, they've had a job loss, and it has to be COVID related, that they're at risk of homelessness. They define that by saying, you can't pay your utility bills, or you're really struggling just to survive. And you have to meet a certain income qualifying element. So item C talks about the 3 rounds, how they're going to disperse the most needy. So they have 3 levels. Now, as a landlord, I don't see the relevance of these levels, but as a tenant, I do, in giving them to the most needy. If you're a 50% median income in your area, so each area has its own median income level. If you're at or below that, you will get the funds first. The second level, communities, if they I don't have the list, but there are communities they will define as being more impacted by COVID than others. So if there's a harder hit area with COVID and they've had more COVID cases, that's the second round they'll want to address. Then the third round is those who fall at 80% or below the median area income. And that's all, 1.5 billion, but that's for the entire state. I'll be curious to see, how quickly that gets dispersed, how far it stretches. But it's good to know something's there and it's helpful. And then the last thing I identify is landlords can collect up to 80% of past rent due, and they cannot assign this to someone else. That's a very interesting thing from a seller's perspective. If you're considering selling your property with past due rent that's owed, that cannot be assigned to the future landlord. You're kind of conceding that lost rent going forward. Same thing applies if, however, that is in this for the relief bill. I don't know, be worth looking into, if you go to sell, just if a landlord would have the ability to pursue that in small claims court, if a new landlord would, or if the old landlord would still have the ability to pursue it. I would think it would be the old landlord. But anyways, so you have to get funds from SB 91. The landlord has to be willing to permanently forego 20% of the rent that was owed, and they would not be able to pursue that. That's the only condition for a landlord.
Well, again, we're all undergoing some sacrifice here, and it's all a big team. And there you go.
Sure.
Give 20%, guys. There you go. All right. Well, let's go ahead. Was there anything else more you wanted to cap off on that, Darren?
No, I think that, that's it.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into some questions. I will, stop sharing. And let's see. The first question was, let's start with Natalie's. So, Natalie wrote, Fannie Mae tightened standards on investment properties, and she's an investor. She's a client of ours. She wants to know, can you tell me what this means to me?
Sure. So, tightened standards on rental properties will have a couple impacts if you're either a buyer or a seller. it does mean, first off, that there'll be more qualifying components for a loan. So Fannie Mae is, if you don't know, is the secondary mortgage market. And most lenders who lend on 2 to 4 units, which are typically investment properties, it could also be single family or condo, but it's a non-owner occupied, want to create their lending guidelines to mimic Fannie Mae so they can resell that loan on the secondary market and they don't get stuck with holding that asset. So they will probably increase rates. I've heard that directly, that rates have been increased on investment properties. They could increase requirements such as increased down payments, which I've also heard on some investment properties going from 20 to 25% to make a purchase. They could also increase required FICO scores. Usually requirements are in that 7 to 750 range. I don't know if they've done that. I do know the other two they have done. So they're just gonna, make it a more secure loan for the system for people who are purchasing investment properties. Now, it could deflect some investors, which could soften the market a little bit. I don't foresee that happening considering where we're at, but it could. So that's from the buyer side. From the seller side, I think that's the concern, is if it softens the market at all. If you lose the pool of buyers, less competition, it can shift the supply and demand ratio, but there's just so little supply. That's why I say I'm not sure it'll impact values.
Right.
If we were closer and at a tipping point, maybe, then it could have more of an impact. But from a seller side, that would be the concern, that you might lose some of that pool of buyers and impact that.
Got it.
So
okay. Let's go on to the next one here. So I'll call him Mr. X. Ask a question. What's your opinion of going non-contingent on a property that appears to be in good shape?
Are we talking overall non-contingent, Joe, or inspection?
No, his when I read more into it, I think this is more about inspection. He wasn't specific, but he did talk about the property looks to be in good shape. So, got it. Yeah. Well,
I'd start by saying it's we did that recently. And for a buyer to do it, first off, there's the mental comfort of going through that. And for some buyers, they're just not comfortable doing that. They want to have a formal inspection. You can try. It's hard under COVID to do an advanced inspection. But if you have that opportunity and you're willing to put out the money to get that done, then you can go non-contingent and feel more comfortable. There are a lot of things in a property, not 100% of things, a lot of things that from a visual perspective, if you have a trained eye, you can see. I would say in 20 minutes, you can have a really good sense of a condition of a property if you have a trained eye. Now, a lot of agents don't. I think there's some more sophisticated, refined agents these days, or there's a lot more construction very closely tied to real estate that agents are aware of, and some are better than others. But I'm comfortable advising, mostly comfortable, and that's what it took our client to get this property recently. But we walked through and we looked at it and we made sure we did our own inspection.
Exactly.
Even though we aren't an inspector, we have a good eye and a very good understanding. It relates to different properties. Like this particular one that we're talking about was a very nice townhome. And built 40 years ago?
1979. Yeah.
Yeah, 40 years.
Yeah.
So, it's a little harder if it was built 80 or 100 years ago. The more recent build would be easier. Um, Also, some of the common elements, like if there was a roof problem, which I can't see as I'm walking around, if there was a sewer problem, I knew that those items were condo items.
Yeah.
So, you know, those are elements that made me feel more comfortable advising in that way.
Yeah.
So if it's a house and it's older, and unless the seller has, sometimes the seller will have reports in advance, that would help.
Right.
So it's truly 100% a case by case, but no agent who does not have a deep understanding of what's entailed in an inspection should even suggest that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you know, it really is case by case, and that's how I answered him. It's a tricky thing to do, but it can be done. And as we've said in prior live streams, the market is so hyper competitive. Everybody wants to get on that edge to have that additional competitive distinction. And just be careful.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, great. So I guess we'll start with sold listings. I know you had looked already at a couple of them. Let me go ahead and share my screen, everyone. Okay. Get rid of this guy. We'll move over here. All right. So you just want to start at the top? Were there any in particular that you wanted to spot
I think there's
out?
a couple I want to touch on, but yeah, start.
Okay, let's do those first. Yeah, let's do those first. Yeah.
Okay. So either properties we've seen or been a part of at some point in time. So why don't we go down to 3170 Carlisle?
Okay. Hold on here. Bear with me. All right, Carlisle. There it is, 3170 Carlisle. Let's take a look. All right.
So I think on these, we're going to approach them a little different.
Yeah.
Rather, a little less than, talking about all the marketing components and what might sell it. It's obviously already sold. So we'll talk about...
well, let's start at the beginning, right? So, or the end, rather. So it sold for $987,000. It was on the market for 39 days, and the list price started at $849,900.
Right, and that 39 days is deceptive. I don't think the agent changed the status.
Good point. Yeah, because it went fast.
It was competitive immediately.
Most of that is escrow, right?
Yes.
So, what do you want to say about this one? Anything?
Sure.
Fair price, not fair price? How would you characterize where it landed?
Sure. I think what's important for buyers to understand, and even sellers for that matter, because they're trying to figure out what to price their property at. This started at $849. And then it sold for $987. So it sold for $137,000 over list price. When we went and showed this property, it was one of those scheduled appointments every 15 minutes. The agent was talking about 100 plus showings.
Exactly, man. It was bad. It was like 105 showings, in 3 days. Yeah,
and it's like, you're at 14 minutes, man. The next person's waiting outside. So it's one of those properties that had a lot of good qualities. It still had that potential category element. It seems to be the right mix. Certainly move-in ready. It had a fantastic backyard and nice views, but it also had a basement that could be expanded on.
Very, very height. Good height. Yeah, exactly.
Right, exactly. So, and in a good neighborhood where homes are selling for $1 million now pretty regularly. So the reason they had so many showings, and buyers, you got to understand this, when there's that many showings, it almost always means it's underpriced. It's really that simple. And it's hard to wait 40 days to get that reinforced and confirmed. But, as agents, a common question we get is, okay, you're sorry, your offer wasn't accepted. What did they sell it for? We can't answer that question.
We have to wait. Yeah.
We have to wait. And the reason we have to wait is because it might fall out of escrow. And then they need to go back to their other offers. They're not going to reveal what it's sold for. If they're past all contingencies and might be closing in a few days, we can get that answer. But more often than not, we're waiting like you to see it on the MLS, to see what it's sold for.
Well, I have to say, kudos to the sellers for presenting a good-looking property. I mean, it has a lot of elements that you and I know as agents have great appeal. It's Spanish. There's character there. It's got a view. It's very clean on the inside, down to the Buddha in the backyard, to the way it was staged or lived in. It had a very nice, warm feel to it. Not, I would say, a typical layout, but one that I think works for a lot of people still.
Well, it was made into an open floor plan, and that's always another value added when you're dealing with a property in the 1,100 square foot range.
Right.
Being able to go straight up to the yard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on to the next. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. Oops. Here. I got to go back in again. What is the...
So you wrote an offer on Dittman, 2469 Dittman.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
We're not
we write so many offers, man.
It compared, yeah.
All right, it's coming here. All right, so let me dig back in. All right, so Dittman. Let's look at Dittman.
Oh, I'm realizing maybe we didn't write an offer because we thought it would just go up in price too much.
Right. Well, you want to look at Marnie? That's one that we kind of know. Let's see. So here's Marnie, 1890 Marnie Avenue. It started at $655,000. It sold for $725,000. So, any comments on this one, Darren?
City Terrace. Some people who are looking in Nela are not aware of City Terrace pocket right there. We sold a house on Marnie years ago. I actually think it's potentially the one next door to this.
It is.
And it was a great buy then. I mean, this is still a great buy in relation to what El Sereno now offers.
Right.
So we just showed $1 million house sold in Glasso Park. This is $725, but sold for $75,000 over. Small space, good accessibility. I think it's about the community, but it also points out that although El Sereno really exploded this past year in value, now City Terrace is one of those areas that's coming up behind it.
Yeah. I looked at this property with some clients, and as you can see, the workshop garage area was extremely nice. It had a nice backyard, not huge, but well appointed for entertaining. There were some things to do inside still. So I'm sure these people will do some more work. But cute little house. And was not sort of ADI'd or sort of Frankensteined out too much. There was still some room there to make it work.
That is one of the things that happens when you're in an established area. It can often be more established agents, and they know how to maximize the return, or they should know how to maximize the return. When you go out to some of these areas that haven't grown as much, the chances are better that you can find something that might still need some work that you can add value to.
Yeah. I mean, you can see here, maybe the kitchen floor, the tile could be redone. The wood floors could be refinished. But yeah, very, very nice place. So good job, guys. Next, get out of this.
Let's do 2469 Titman.
2469 Ditman. Okay. Bear with me here. 2469 Ditman. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, well, we did see this one. You're right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so this finished at 925,000, and it started at 799,000.
Right.
There you go.
So 125,000 above list price.
Wow.
It's hard if you're a buyer out there to see these prices and know where it's all going to land. As agents, again, we're trying to give you some insight. We kind of sense where these things can go based on comps, based on activity. And that's the call to the agents. If it's the 15-minute intervals, narrow window of time to see, offers due this date, those are all indications that it's going up, and it's going up a lot in price, to a point where a reasonable amount of our buyers, are looking at $800,000 houses, knowing that, they have a range to go to 9. And sometimes that's enough, and sometimes it's not. This one would have pushed right beyond it.
Yeah. Cute little house, great area of El Sereno. It was a very nice sort of 1957, I think, house. So it showed well. Good for them. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to spot out in particular? Let's see. Let me go back. Okay. Let's see. Corralitas. Well, what is that? Is that a? Yeah, that's a house. Let's see. Anything else?
Give me a second here.
Tourmaline. God, that sounds familiar. Did we look at that? Let's see.
I feel like we lost out. I don't remember seeing Ellenwood. Gosh, that was a low price. $629.
Oh, let's look at those. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, it gives you some hope.
Ellenwood. Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm excited about this. Let's see. Okay, so I will run this. And so this landed at 675,000. And let's take a look at the pictures. I don't think we reviewed this one. The starting price was, what did you say? 629,000.
629, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. This area, what do you think of this area?
Oh, it's a fantastic street. I love Ellenwood. It's parallel to Eagle Rock Boulevard.
Yep.
It's a good spot.
So, why do you think this was a little bit more in reality? What do you see here?
It's not. So I talk about. I don't have the agent version open, Joe. Who is the listing agent?
This is Aram Kodsavakian and Armen Avedian. Yeah.
And
so,
did they double end it or?
No, Jordan Partington of Compass.
So. Sadly, from a seller perspective, I know what's so important if you're a seller is trust in your agent. It's such a big process, and there's so much involved, and you have to feel confident in the information you're providing. I would just say that this house sold below value. It's not a common
now keep in mind too, just one thing I'm noticing as we're talking about it, it's a lot size of 2,437 square feet.
Yeah,
so that helped it too. Yeah,
it did.
Look at that.
It reduced the price, but it sold below value, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even though it went up almost $50,000, there's just nothing in that price range, and it's decent size at 900 square feet. You can't get a condo for that price, and you're getting a house with the small lot, but you have a lot and you have a yard. So they didn't do a lot of prep.
Right. I was going to say, yeah.
It's an out of area agent who doesn't understand Northeast. I can tell just by how it's listed and how it's marketed. So, somebody got a deal. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. And, there's a lot that could be done to this house, Darren. I'm sure you could roll right through it and do some quick improvements and maybe make it more updated and more attractive. But yeah, good win for the buyers. Yay.
For sure. Yeah.
All right. Let's look at, let's see.
I will say, as one little asterisk, the one thing we don't know is, maybe there was some horrible thing that came up during inspection. But this is a pretty small, simple house.
On a flat lot. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. With solar. And I don't know how horrible it could be. It looks to be in reasonable condition. That's the only thing that could come up that could reduce value.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, let's do a little looking in Silver Lake Echo Park. Let's go to, let's see. Well, let's look at 2402 West Glendale, and then maybe we'll go to a higher aspirational price on Red Rock Court. But let's start on Glendale. So, let's see.
Okay, and maybe we do those two and then jump into listings.
Yeah. Listings. So, wow. Well, this looks like a new build of some sort. So,
yeah, right. We've gone from a 675,000 to 2,400,000.
So, all right. So this sold at $1,095,000, and let's see, it started at $1 million, list price 104, $1,104,000. So, maybe there was a win here as well. The original list price was $1,129,000. So, and again, this is a small lot development, fairly new build. Around 2018 it started. So I think there was a win here for the buyers. That's kind of good to see. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,800 square foot place. So, and let's see, Justin now. Oh, I know this place. Yeah, it's very close to like Silver Lake Wine. It's just a walk up from it.
Got it.
But look, you get some views there. You've got maybe 3 other neighbors. This has, if I remember correctly, this has been a development that is long in the tooth. It's been out there it took them a long time to get it built. Maybe they were a little bit more pliable at this point just to get it done. But yeah. Okay. All right. And then, let's do that other one. And we move on to new listings. Okay. Okay, so let's go to Red Rock. Okay. So 2117 Red Rock Court sold for $2,399,000. It started at $2,399,000, so right on the dot. Oh, another win maybe for a buyer. Let's see. So sold by Karen Lower and Jennifer Giles. And wow, it's a beautiful house.
Gosh, I love that wall.
Yeah.
Photo number 14.
Yeah, let's go. Oh,
Whoever designed that, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Really nice. Let's go back there. Yeah. Well, you, Darren, as a woodworker, I think have even more appreciation.
I know. I might be inspired to go do this.
Got lots of windows, nice light everywhere, it looks like. Completely updated. So, yeah. Oh, look at that. You see that? A lot of nice touches. Look at 23.
It's a very nice house. Well done. Yeah, the all the spaces proportionately work. It's got nice views. Nicely presented. Big work desk, big bathrooms. Yeah, nice house.
And it looks like everybody got along well and got it done for a seemingly decent price for whoever bought it. That's great. All right, so let's go to new listings. Let me move out to the last 7 days, new listings in Northeast Los Angeles. Let's see. There we go. So
I'd love
42.
I'd love to jump right into York. I mean, it's funny, as agents, you end up seeing houses resell that you've sold before.
Yeah.
4353 York.
4345 York. There it is. Okay. Yeah, let's see if they did anything new. I didn't even look at the pictures yet. So, all right. So this sold for $1,099,000, and beautiful Spanish. It started, Darren, at $1,099,000.
Well,
I
yeah.
love
new
seeing
listing.
that. Yeah.
New listing. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm off on another world. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
So, days on market 5. And it was built in 1932. This is brought to us by Marissa Solis.
Yes.
Over at Neela Homes. So
one of the owners of Neela, yes.
So, all right, pool's still there. Looks nice. Arches are still there.
It's essentially the same house. They've done some work, but we know they did some work to rent it even when they originally purchased it.
Yeah.
But the fundamentals of the house, the layout, was all there. Really, that wasn't changed at all.
Yeah.
And it's on a section of York that is, all residential. There's no commercial on this section, where it does a 90-degree and runs parallel to Eagle Rock Boulevard.
And, I'm trying to remember, what did we sell this for? Let's see, at the old days. So I'm looking, so they were renting it around $3,900 a month for quite a while. And let's see, is that 2014? Oh my Lord.
Yeah, that's a while.
So it sold at $620,000. So well done.
And they put some work into it.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yep.
All right. So let's get out of here. And let's see. One line report. Okay. So let's look at, let's see, Commonwealth, Douglas, anything there in the Echo Park, Silver Lake area?
Sure, I think Douglas is a good one. Let's take a look at that.
Okay, let's do that. It looks beautiful. Okay, so 1365 Douglas, 90026. It is a 3-bedroom, 4-bath. Wow. And it's 1,822 square feet for the price of $1,375,000. All right. Beautiful.
This is a small lot.
Yeah. This is brought to us by Anthony Stellini and Sherry Rogers and Elisa Ritt as listing agents. So, yeah, another small lot built recently, I guess. Oh, it doesn't say year built. It's been on the market for only 4 days. The Douglas Hill by Low F Partners. 5 of the 7 units still available. An assembly of 7 single-family homes with views fit for champions. Sited on the hilltop above the Chavez Ravine with sweeping views of Dodger Pride to downtown city lights. These 3-bedroom, 3.5-bathroom homes with light-filled interiors aren't just aesthetically pleasing, but were also designed with sustainability in mind by leading LA-based modular builder Low F Partners. Green building practices, from foundation design to driveway material that recharges the water table and entirely eliminates runoff, are just a couple of the environmentally minded practices used. Upon entering the home, which can also be accessed from the direct entry garage, you'll find designer finishes including lighting, tile, custom Italian cabinetry, artisanal Japanese Nakamoto forestry, exterior siding, and Miele appliances. Each home features a massive rooftop balcony with unbeatable 360-degree views, all located moments away from Sunset Junction in downtown L.A. All right. So this is a staged unit, they're saying, not an actual unit. Yeah. Cool. So what to say about this? This is really pushing price, but they're hitting a lot of marks, I guess, with the appliances, the environmental side to the home. What else, Darren?
This is becoming the new norm. We had one a couple weeks ago on Echo Park Ave that was at 1375 on a small lot as well. I think on these small lot projects, the prices are pushing. I mean, they're good square footage. That is the benefit, and it's new. But it's like, we're talking about on that other listing. It's you get no land here. It's basically other than common area. So it's what it is, man. Great
view. Can't beat that. People will value that highly.
Yeah, it's ease of life. I mean, it's an urban type dwelling.
Yep. Okay, let's go to let's see here. Let's see, Silver Lake Drive. Have we done that one? Let's see. Oh, we did do that one last week.
Yeah, there'll be a couple that roll over from last week. Time.
How about Maltman? It seems like it's a small 2-1.
Gosh, Maltman. Yeah, that's
but this is a small lot, isn't it?
Well, technically not a small lot. It's very interesting. It's one of the first projects where they did a subdivision. It's, I guess, technically it would be labeled as a condo.
Is it worth looking at? Should we look at it?
Yeah, let's look at it. I think there's 14 of them in the complex.
Yeah, now I'm remembering. They're like little cottages, right? And
they're
right
little cottages. They're usually attached. 2 of them are attached, and then there's a space. These were all apartments. I remember this back in, I'm guessing, maybe 2006, when they converted these to sellable units. Today they would just do them as TICs, which would be much easier. But back then they had to actually do a full subdivision.
So, gosh, $899,000 list price.
I know.
Where's it going to go? I don't know. This is Dorian Newberry from Compass, Marianne O'Donnell from Compass. Guys, good luck. Let's see where this goes. I don't have much to say about it.
They're small. They were done very well. They were remodeled nicely, but they're small.
Yeah. Wow. What was that, a garage? That looks like a garage. Okay. Let's move on to something else. Let's see. Golden Gate we already did. Champlain Terrace.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, good. You seem to know this one. Do you know this one?
I do.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Good. All right, guys. So let's open it up. Let's hit the play button. So this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath on 1615 Champlain Terrace. It's $1,089,000. It's a 6,000 square foot lot, and it's been on the market for 4 days now. And it's built in 1913. Does not look like 1913. This is brought to us by Christopher Stanley. So let me go through the description. Beautiful craftsman with detached guest house. Yes. In Echo Park, recently renovated, this Elysian Heights TIC home boasts a full 1,357 square foot interior with a 2-bed, 1-bath main house, plus a large studio guest house, which comfortably fits a king-sized bed, living and office area, and has tons of closets. The studio has a beautifully remodeled bathroom and offers tons of privacy, a spacious deck links the two buildings, creating an indoor-outdoor lifestyle for the single user or a fantastic income-producing unit for the up-and-coming crowd. Nestled on a gentle slope with delightful views of the neighborhood hills, 1615 Champlain offers privacy and quiet, plus close proximity to Echo Park, Lake, Elysian Park, Silver Lake, and downtown L.A. The main house has an open plan, great room with cathedral ceilings for living, dining, cooking, 2 large bedrooms, and 1 bathroom. Inside, you'll find gorgeous wide plank oak, hardwood floors, high ceilings, a brand new kitchen with SS appliances, quartz countertops, new cabinetry, recessed lighting, tiled bathrooms, and turn-of-the-century character plank. Character. Add in plenty of outdoor space for the aspiring gardener, washer-dryer closet, central heating, 1 reserved spot, and easy street parking, and a great location. You won't want to miss this opportunity. Never should you miss this opportunity. Okay. All right, so it's a TIC. It's a little bit of an odd bird from the TICs that we've seen before. What do you think, Darren?
Well, so this, I don't know what they're doing with the other unit in the structure, but this reminds us of what we did over on Lemoyne. In that case, we found an owner, and I had never seen it done before. This is the second time I've seen it done, including ours. Where we found an owner who wanted to sell one of their 2 units. It was the same situation. It was a detached unit. So whoever bought that unit had full isolation. They had their own space, no common walls, but they only sold one. Right. And they chose to keep the other one. I mean, you can sell both. And in that case, we sold one for, it was around 600,000. This one is nicer and bigger, substantially bigger. But this, in my opinion, would be record breaking to sell a TIC for 1.1 million. I mean, so there are limitations.
Again, if there's a time to try, I guess it's now. So we'll see.
Right. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Get out of here. And let's go to the next. Want to move into a new area, Darren? Let's see.
Sure.
Where are we? Let's see. Silver Lake. Well, this is well priced for Silver Lake. Let's see what it looks like. This is up around my way, 1743 Griffith Park Boulevard. It's a 2-1. I think I know this one. I think it's got a lot of stairs. Let's see. Okay, so I think we do know this one. So 1743 Griffith Park Boulevard. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It's 960 square feet. It's $1,019,000. It's on a lot size of 2,955. And days on market 4, built in 1923. And this is brought to us by Daniel Shalvardzian. Do you remember this one, man? We saw this like 2 years ago. I want to say it was recently, within the last 2-3 years purchased.
Did it look like this? No.
It had some of this. Yeah, it had some of this. But if I remember correctly, you've got Griffith Park on the top, and then you've got you can see right there. You've got some stairs to get down.
Yeah, got it.
And I don't think it has a garage or anywhere to park. But I have to say, we're working with the buyer right now, and we're finding small lot, small house stuff for his budget. But obviously, this is not a low budget. This is $1,019,000 for a fairly small house on a small lot. We'll see what happens.
Well, it seems appropriately priced in that neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a good neighborhood. You're right. Okay, next. Let's move to...
There are a couple in El Sereno. Vaquero is an interesting looking one, which is right after that on my list.
Oh, hold on. Oh, there it is. 2925 Vaquero. Cool. Let's
Yeah.
look at that. Okay. And play this. All right. So this is 2925 Vaquero Avenue. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's 1,387 square feet, and it's $749,900, which is a good, decent price. Maybe it's a lot size of 4,997. It's been on the market for only 2 days, and this is brought to us by Douglas Carrillo, Century 21 All Stars. So only one picture. Well, that's too bad. That's
the minimum required. There used to be days when a listing would go up on the MLS, Joe, and there would be 0 pictures. It would sell, and they would never put one picture up ever. And then it became a requirement to put one. They didn't specify what the one had to be, but you have to have at least one.
Well, it should be a requirement that within 2 days or less, you should have more pictures, I guess. So,
yeah, well, they might. Time will tell.
All right. Well, that was a hopeful attempt. Let's find something else. Okay. Going down to Arrow 1214. Well, there's Dorchester. Let's take a look at Dorchester. Maybe they'll have more pictures. So yeah, this is 26 pictures. Good. All right. So this is 3209 Dorchester Avenue. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Nice door. 1,116 square feet. Well appointed inside. It's $799,000 on a good-sized lot, 5,038, and been on the market today, 0, and built originally 1930. And we should thank Sunshine Coyle Pardo. Nice name. All right, so stunning Spanish-style home located in the up-and-coming city of El Sereno. Centrally located near Pasadena, Alhambra, South Pasadena, Cal State L.A., major freeways, restaurants, and only minutes away from downtown L.A. It boasts an open-concept floor plan with 2 sizable bedrooms, including a master suite and 2 immaculately remodeled baths. It features a welcoming front porch, accent ceiling beams, brand's new sophisticated kitchen with oversized island, quartz countertops, stainless steel appliances, recessed lights, unlimited kitchen cabinet space, dual pane windows, trendy wood floors and tiles, indoor laundry area, new HVAC system, new copper plumbing, new electrical system, new roof, new exterior interior paint, new drywalls. Oh my God, I'm getting tired. The detached garage with ADU potential, new DG landscaping with drip irrigation system, long driveway for additional parking space, cozy and private patio perfect for entertaining, and large backyard with tons of possibilities. This home has been tastefully renovated from top to bottom and ready for its new owner to enjoy. Hurry, this home won't last. Okay. Well, there you go.
Is it new?
I'm not sure. Let me read it again for you. Yeah. Pretty amazing. All right. They hit every mark on this one. What do you think, Darren? What comments do we have?
As I run through this, first off, it's a good price in today's market for a remodeled house, for sure. It's 1,100 square feet, and I'm not convinced one way or the other. As I scroll through the photos, I'm looking at it. Wait, that looks like a huge dining room. Oh, wait, I have a photo from a different angle. Now it's a small dining room. So it's going to be one of those where you show up and hopefully the proportions work. This square footage, you're not sure. It's really got to be laid out well for the space to work.
Speaking of laid out well, I'm trying to sort of vision where this ADU would go. Is there space in the back then? Do you see it? I don't.
Well, it's a detached garage. I think they're talking about converting the garage.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it 2-car? I didn't see.
It looks like it's about 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not the full 2.
Yeah. Well, it's a new build. It's nice.
Yeah.
For that price.
Is it new?
I think it's new. Yes.
All right.
All right. Next one. All right. Where do you want to go now? I think that was it for. Let's see. That was it for El Sereno.
Let's look at 222 North Coronado. It's near the end.
Okay.
On my list, so there's a couple on Meridian then in Highland Park.
Yeah, I saw the Meridian. Let me go. 222 North Coronado. Okay, so this is our neck of the woods. A little bit more. Okay, so it is 222 North Coronado, and it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,323 square feet. Let's take a look. $899,900. So I feel like that's a good price. The lot size is 5,939. Days on market 6, and it was built in 1911. Brought to us by Steve Shanks at Berkshire Hathaway. Remarks. Fabulous opportunity to own this turn-of-the-century craftsman home that is centrally located and close to all of the trendy restaurants and shops that Silver Lake, downtown L.A., and Echo Park has to offer. Built in 1911, there are still many of the beautiful craftsman elements, such as beamed ceilings, built-in cabinetry, and large windows. Zoned RD 1.5 with the possibility of increased density, there are many options to make this an amazing opportunity. And that is it. Yeah. All right.
Right. So craftsman elements all intact in living room and dining room. That's the common space, and it's beautiful. It needs refinished floors and a good paint job from what I see in the photos. And
that looks nice inside. You're right.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. You get into the other rooms, and you've got wood paneling and bad tile jobs, and but you've got a reasonable amount of space on a decent sized lot. RD 1.5 is relevant. You could expand out. You could put not just one more unit, but at least 2 more units if you choose to. Mm-hmm. And this is south of Temple. These are the neighborhoods that, alternative neighborhoods again, where people go, and some are going to El Sereno, some are going south of the 101 freeway. And these are very established neighborhoods. It just, the thought that came to mind was, East Angelino Heights is considered a suburb in relation to downtown. For us, it seems like a stone's throw, right? It's the first suburb. This is like the next suburb. We're gradually moving this way, and getting over a mile was a big deal. So this is
like you said, a lot of good potential here in an up and coming neighborhood, and obviously have some budget ready for a kitchen remodel, but totally livable, totally fine.
But it's in the key about this is that it's truly central to everything. Even El Sereno is a little removed. It takes a while to get to spaces. It takes a little bit to get to freeways. This is right there in the heart of it all.
Yep. Good point. Okay, next. That's not it. Here we go. Okay, you said you wanted to look at something on Meridian. Oh, there's Clayton.
There are 2 of them on Meridian.
Go to Meridian. Okay, 6211 Meridian. Let's take a look at that. Okay. Play. Here we go. Okay, 6211 Meridian. That's in Highland Park. And it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,460 square feet. It's for the price of $919,900. The lot size is 5,508. And days on market 6. And built, it says here, year built 1993. And this is brought to us by Renee Bautista at Valley Star Realty. Okay, so Description. A short one. I love them when they're short. Welcome to this gorgeous remodeled home. Open floor plan with a new kitchen, new laminated flooring, remodeled bathrooms, very spacious living room, easy access to nearby freeways, and only minutes from Pasadena and downtown Los Angeles. Give us a call or message us anytime. So yeah, what do you think of this one, man?
Had a very agent. It's in a prime neighborhood. The finishes are not the best, but I believe it'll sell for this price because it's a lot of square footage. And if you want to get rid of that amazing new did I say new laminate flooring, there'll be a little bit left in your budget to do so. It's 1,400 square feet in that neighborhood. It's a good price at $919.
Nice. All right. Next, we are done with this. We'll look at the other Meridian. Let's see. All right. So, 5218 Meridian Street. Okay. Nice. Okay, so it is 5218 Meridian Street, Highland Park, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,140 square feet on a 5,401 square foot lot. Days on market 7, $1,089,000. Built originally 1922, and let's see, this is Ryan Judd and Tracy Doe.
Yeah.
All right, in happening Highland Park. This stylish craftsman offers 3 bedrooms, a flat yard, and versatile detached bonus studio. The bright open layout presents modern design paired seamlessly with vintage elements, including a front sitting porch, vaulted ceilings, decorative hearth, built-in shelving, and hard surface flooring. The kitchen is finished with a farmhouse sink and butcher block countertops, 3 bedrooms, including the ensuite primary and ample accommodation to work from home. Escape to the generous rear yard, an inviting spot to relax, dine, and entertain amidst mature fruit trees. As a bonus, enjoy a detached and beautifully rendered studio, the extra space you always wanted and ready to host your guests or work pursuits. Amenities include central heat, air, front privacy fence, driveway, gate, and plenty of off-street parking. York Boulevard is just a block away with coffee, dining, and groceries at Joy, Donut Friend, Town Pizza, the Hermosillo, Sip Snack, Tar, and more, or Tare. That is it. Probably our offers due. No. Okay. So a little bit more opportunity there, maybe. Great.
Sure. So, I mean, it almost, yeah. Compared to the last one, this is the difference, right? Better finishes, nicely staged, well presented. This one has, it's 300 square feet smaller, but it's $300,000 more in price.
Right.
Well, 200,000. But it also has a detached studio, which is very nice and big. I would see this selling, and the detached studio really being the one that pulls it up to this price point.
Yep. Well done. Okay. Next, let's move on to. Let's see. Good number in Highland Park, it seems, huh? Let's see. 95. What is 95? Oban. Oh, okay. Well, let's check this out.
Sure.
We like Oban. Let's see. So this is 1145 Oban Drive. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's a whopping 2,933 square feet. Wow. On a lot that's pretty good size, 7,277 for a seemingly good price of $1,195,000. It's been on the market for 3 days now. Original build was 1964, and brought to us by Nick Small and Rodney Whitbrot, Rodeo Realty. So let's take a look at the pictures.
Look at those doors.
Yeah. Wow. What will this go for? Let me do the description as we look at it. Mid-century, ding, ding, ding. Modern time capsule with hilltop views. Prime Mount Washington, perfectly perched on a hill in Mount Washington. This large 2,933 square foot, two-story mid-century modern home has been lovingly cared for by the original owner for over 50 years. There is a formal entry, large sunken living room with fireplace, modern kitchen, bath and spacious den which opens to a terrace with views to Glendale. Also on the first floor is the expansive master suite with huge bedroom, private terrace with views, walk-in closet, and double sink bathroom with separate tub shower. The lower level features a full bath and 3 additional bedrooms, one used as an office, another as a den, and the third as a bedroom. There are 2 terraces off the lower level, one providing access to a large yard with room for pool. There is a large attached garage with direct access to the home. Upgrades over the years have been made to HVAC and other features and systems. Offers due, as they should, Monday, 3/22. I have not been looking at the pictures, so go, Darren, as I look. It sounds great.
Gosh, so much square footage. That's huge.
This is a great one, yeah.
It'll go up, and I love highlighting the things that are off. They call it a modern kitchen. I think that's funny. But outside
Stretching
of that,
it a little?
Well, yeah, more than a little. It's a great house. Proportions are great. The elevation change in the entryway is very mid-century. The fireplace is mid-century.
I even like how they sparsely staged it. It totally fits. It's
right.
good.
I mean, it's all carpet. I'm assuming you'll have to put in flooring. So there's some fixer elements to it, for sure. But at that price, gosh, if you put in $200,000, I think you have a $1.7 million house if you really do it well.
Yeah. Great looking house, or as you said, it hasn't been destroyed. It's just sitting there waiting for the next choices to be made. Yeah.
Right.
Cool. All right. I'm excited about that one. We need to go find a buyer for that one. Let's see. Looking in Mount Washington, here's another one. Let's look at Crane here. So, right. This looks nice. Okay, so this is 626 Crane Boulevard. It is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, another good size, 2,253 square feet on a 4,200 square foot lot. It's $1,198,000, and let's see, 2 days old, built in 1999, fairly recent, and brought to us by Dan Mancinelli and Brian Moore. Okay, $1,198,000. Let's see. Once again, views galore. That's pretty much Mount Washington for a lot of those homes. Plenty of space, outdoor living, and a bonus studio. Who says you can't have it all? This spacious contemporary is set back from the street with a generous motor court for extra parking. The formal entry with 2-story ceilings leads to a wonderful open floor plan with stunning St. Gabriel Mountain views as a dramatic backdrop visible from every room. The living room with fireplace leads to the enormous formal dining room where you can entertain in style or access the deck and step down to the patio to dine al fresco. A cook's kitchen with professional grade appliances and breakfast area has plenty of counter space and also accesses a view deck. There is a fireplace in the luxurious master suite with breathtaking views as well as oversized double closets. The master bath has a spa tub, separate shower, and 2 vanities. With so much space, you could make almost any room a home office, but there is no need to, as there is wonderfully versatile bonus room on the lower level. Offers, if any, due Tuesday, March 23rd, 12 p.m. Okay. That's it, Darren, from what I can read.
Yeah. So, I mean, as you said, it's a big space. I think it has clean curb appeal. This is an example. I know we're working on a listing that's of the same era build, that the curb appeal is enhanced dramatically just by painting it white. I don't know if they started white, but a lot of these homes in that era started like peach and orangey color and
yellow.
Yeah, they look so much better when they're white. So from a seller perspective, just know that, believe it or not, a $5,000 paint job will get you $100,000 more. Seriously, if you have a stucco home that was built in this era. It's been proven many times over in my career.
Yeah, and and to add to that, those cupboards and the cabinetry could have been redone, all that, but you put in some good modern staging, and it complements that white and makes it feel updated.
It presents well. The kitchen and bathrooms are dated. They are. But
this is not the typical Mount Washington home for most.
Like the solid home. Right. We looked at that. It's not all updated. So you can do some improvements, or you can live with what it is, but it's got a lot of nice features.
Beautiful. All right. Like the trees out front. Okay, so let's see. And
I will say a lot of these homes up in the steeper hills there, they end up not having a lot of outdoor space. And that, I know that doesn't work for some people. They definitely don't have good indoor-outdoor flow. So it's a different lifestyle. We always try to kind of pull that out of a buyer to what works for them. Do they really need that yard to connect? But in some of these larger homes, it works for people. They have enough interior space that they don't need the indoor-outdoor flow as much. Cool.
All right. Next is, get rid of that. Let's see. I saw something Phillips Way. That looked kind of interesting. So, Phillips Way. Open a new window. Okay, 1913 Phillips Way. Nice Spanish. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 953 square feet. It's $899,000, so decently priced. It's 5,890 square foot lot. 7 days on the market. Originally built 1929, and let's see, brought to us by Deirdre Solomon. So nice. Let me give you the descriptions. Spring on the horizon and hope is in the air. Wow. This last year has taught us there is no time to waste, and our surroundings are everything. This mostly untouched Spanish bungalow on one of Highland Park's favorite streets has warm elements like original oak flooring, vintage light fixtures, tile, curves, arches, anchoring us to simpler times. Soaring views off the deck lounge keep us dreaming and creating. Plenty of room to expand in the sizable unfinished basement, or perhaps turning one of the 2 garages into an office studio for that needed alone time. A sizable terraced backyard ready for your springtime green thumb. This quiet neighborhood is a stroll away from York Boulevard and trails near Occidental. No time to waste. ... And there we go. All showings are now booked. So
wow. That's gosh, we never had that experience. That didn't exist pre-COVID ever.
Yeah.
Because you could have an open house and get 500 people there. 500 people wanted to come in 3 hours.
20-minute time slots. The offer is due March 16th, tomorrow, 10 a.m.
So the tipping point.
Hold on here. Let me read this right. Let's see. Showing. Oh, so they've had some scheduled showings, but looks like they filled them all up. So, yep. Go ahead.
So, Deirdre's a good agent. She presents this well. Everything isn't updated in this house, but that element isn't screaming to me like it is in some of the other houses.
Like new.
Right, exactly. So it shows well. It's charming. It's emotional. I talk about like the kicker on some of these things. So I don't know if you've gotten to the photo of the basement area yet, but it's at least from the photo, it's enormous. So you're talking about
it's sitting on a hill. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a whole lower story that isn't part of the square footage.
Yeah, look at that.
Plus a 2-car garage.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So this price will, I would venture to say, and you can hold me to it, I don't know, 45 days or so, Joe.
A couple of weeks from now,
This will go over $1 million.
Yeah. It's poised for that, and the potential is there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think we are at our 3:30 mark. Darren, it was good joining you today.
Yeah.
Had some good listings, and I'm glad we did the solds. That was the next place to go. So
it makes more sense to show that they sold for 150,000 over, and then when we're looking at something new, to say this has the same formula, it's going to go in that direction. So good job and good flow today.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm going to stop sharing. We'll see you back next week. Please follow our page. Follow us on YouTube, or just go to urbanhillsides.com and you can see the latest videos there. Okay. Take care, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye now.